All right. What's going on, everybody? Dr. Young Gunn out here on this beautiful day. Look around. Not a cloud in the sky. Okay, maybe one. But I don't see any others out here. And I just wanted to get out for a little ride to let you guys know that Envy, my motorcycle, that's her name. Yeah, she just turned over 45,000 miles. My 2023, 45,000 miles. And I am so proud of her. All of the smiles that she has definitely brought to me. I got her in October of 2023, and it has been great ever since then. We do a lot of back roads, cross country, commuting back and forth, which I do a lot of commuting on her. A lot of people always say, well, Doc, I don't even know if you even have a car. Yeah, I do have a car, but mostly I'm out here on this pretty girl. And I'll tell you, I can now feel like I can give a honest review on the 2023 Goldwing and other models like this. And I will say for the most part, I'm very pleased, very pleased. But of course, there are things that can be better. You know, there's always things that can be better. One thing that I will say about the new model bikes is that the storage of the saddlebags, right? The wind protection. I think that they definitely downgraded the quality of that from the older model, like on my 06, where you had that protection. I have had to modify the bike some to fit me. As you guys can see here, I've put these little wind deflectors here so that the wind is not coming between the mirror and blowing on my hands, especially in the wintertime. And then let's see, the saddlebags are just so much smaller. They're so much smaller. You can barely get anything in there compared to the other bike. And the fairing is much smaller. I know there's going to be somebody in the comments that probably say, well, Doc, of course, everything is smaller on this bike. Yeah, that is very true. But the thing is if we're going to be riding the flagship motorcycle, then we should have the flagship comfort, as the reputation of the Goldwing has always had. People say, oh man, it's like you riding on a couch going down the interstate. Absolutely. But people aren't saying that anymore. It's definitely much sportier, right? Oh man, what's going on here? Looks like they have blocked off the road. Not really sure why that is. Do you know what? I guess we'll try to turn around and go through for the graffiti bridge. Or you know what? Let's see if we can squeeze through here. I probably shouldn't, but there we go. Maybe the road is washed out up here or something, but we'll see. We're rebels. But like I was saying, about the protection and things, riding in the wintertime, I ride year round, as you guys know. And, there's wind that comes between these air wings that I have, that I've installed on my bike. And it blows right on my knees. And I mean, I'm 34 years old. and it definitely gives me, aches if I'm riding for, in the colder weather, even though I do have on, different gear and those things. So, but one thing that I will say that I have liked a lot about this model bike is the DCT. The DCT is, for me, I fought it for many, many years, but it's the only way to go. It is the only way to go. And that's one of the reasons why I love this bike so much. It's very smart. The computer on here is smart. I'm in eco mode now, but it learns. It seems like every time I get on the bike, it learns my riding style at that moment, right? So even if I'm in eco mode, if I get on the throttle hard, it'll adjust and then it will go back into it. So that's the thing I love. I love the heel assist if you're on a heel. But, outside of the motor, the seat that came on this new model bike, it was just god awful. The first trip I went on, it was with my big bro Slappy, with Slappy Adventures. Shout out to him. He invited me to go out to California with him, and I ended up going to Vegas with him, and I learned right then and there that, man, this seat is not going to do it, unlike on my 2006, where I still got my stock seat on there with zero complaints. So, those type of things like that is something that I feel like Honda should have already kind of thought about, instead of thinking that, well, Goldwing riders, they're pretty sold on the product, so they're going to buy it regardless. And then we're going to spend a whole lot of extra money upgrading it to get the bike where it should be, right? The windshield, I have an aftermarket windshield on here, but when I first got the bike, it had that little bitty stock windshield that did what? Absolutely nothing. But, I'm not going to really bash on the bike a whole lot. That's not what I'm here to do. It's mostly just to say, like, listen, hey, Honda, don't degrade the quality and the reputation of the Goldwing, but also give us something new. I hear a lot of people, who love the Goldwing say that if we had the big body Goldwing with the new technology and the DCT on it, it would have sold out for sure. I must say, I must agree. I must agree. Because those type of things is what we really need, especially when we're doing a lot of touring, And when we're looking at the reliability of this motorcycle, I love it. It still is a Honda. Honda definitely has their reputation of being reliable. I make sure that I do all of my maintenance and those things on my bike because, if you treat it well, it'll treat you well. So that's a good thing that I love about the bike. One thing that I really absolutely despise is the integration of the infotainment center here. Hi there. When I'm not using CarPlay. So on the 23 model, I have wireless. I got an aftermarket device that would allow me to do that. But if you're not using the wireless and you're not using CarPlay at all, if somebody calls you, then you're stuck on that call screen. You can't back out of the call screen to, go and look at your radio or, change the from the sources without pressing the button over here. You can't hit a back button. You can't look at your navigation screen if you're on a phone call. That's crazy. Like Honda, I don't know what you guys were thinking on that, but hopefully you have an update or something that would allow us to be able to get off that phone call screen. And actually, I'll try to make a video so you can see what I'm exactly talking about. So, but overall, like I said, I absolutely love the bike. I've added a lot of different aftermarket wind protection because that's the big thing for me and my wife. So you can see I have up here um, on the mirrors. Hey, Kyle, so that it can keep air off of me. And Amelia, she stays cold. Anybody that knows Amelia, she stays cold, and so that really gave her more protection. I put the aftermarket, what is it? The trunk relocator, where I moved it back 4 inches and up an inch for her because Amelia is taller than most, so she's able to have that more leg room while we're traveling. So that's always a good thing. And the bike has not given me any issues so far. Knocking on, hi there, knocking on the air right now. And I've had nothing but good experiences. Let me know in the comments what experiences you guys have looked at or experienced, excuse me, on your bike and how many miles you have on it. I'm looking forward to putting a whole lot more miles on here. I love these back roads, as you can see how beautiful it is. And putting more adventures on this bike. Since I've had it, I think we have, let's see, Vegas, have been out to Colorado, have been to Chicago, been the, actually, no, I haven't been to Florida on it yet. But, oh, and also have been to Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, Maryland. So I've been all over the United States, but you know what? It's time to really put the miles on it. I think she's now officially broken in. And let's continue to get them smiles. Be safe out there, guys. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for upcoming videos. Peace.